one and all, as the wasteland returns. We are back. We've lost Raj's video, but he'll be back in 2 seconds. Don't worry for our viewers. We still have him behind the scenes. He's just not on our screen. But welcome one and all. We are back for some more Fallout 2D20 action. There's Raj on the side.
Players.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Hello, players. Hello, everyone. We are back. How you doing, gents? What's up?
Yay!
Living the dream, brother man.
We
How are
here.
you living?
I'm ready. Ready for some action. Jackson, it is Fallout 2D20 night. Let's get this thing going. Episode 22, Season 3, Fistful of Neutrons, the ghoul, the bad, and the ugly. But we are one less ghoul today, and we'll reach that in just a moment. But so glad you could all join us for this lovely adventure here today. Let us know how you're doing there in the stream and the chat. Let us know how people are sounding, if we're having any technical goof ups, as we are wont to do. But we're going to jump in to the action pretty quickly there. Good big old wasteland howdy if it's your first time in the chat, or if you're just joining us from a ways away. We've got George Keith in the chat. Good to see ya. Surprise Boulette, RC Walker, Jason K, the gangs all here. I'm sure we'll get more chiming in as we go, but it's good to see ya. As mentioned, to tell the story, we are playing the Fallout 2D20 system by Modifius Entertainment. We use Fantasy Grounds for our virtual backdrop. Big thank you to them for all the support that they give the channel. If you want to get your hands on either of those, you can check out the links down below. And a fun little bit of channel news. This is news to the three of you guys, because it just officially happened today. But we're partnering with our friends at the Fallout Factions and Wasteland Warfare Facebook page to do a little bit of a team up. So if you're heading on over to the Fallout Wasteland Warfare and Factions page, they're 9,300 plus members strong. We're partnering with them to help spread the word about the Fallout games, so keep an eye out for that in the future, as we're going to be working with Scott over there. So, very cool stuff.
I love that.
Love a good team up.
Little bit of a team up. We got that second edition of Wasteland Warfare coming, so yeah, we figured let's spread the word. But miniature games aside, we're playing a tabletop role-playing game here today, and it does deal with the Fallout universe, which can be a little bit on the adult side of things. So as usual, this show does go to some dark places, but not unnecessarily so. But you will encounter, odds are, scenes of violence, mature themes, and fucking swears. So with that out of the way, let's get back into the action on the ghoul, the bad, and the ugly. I love my new whip crack button. It's a lot of fun. Because in our last episode, it was with heavy hearts that the gang laid Yuri Andropov to rest. Suffering from the initial stages of going feral disease, or whatever you want to call it.
Feralism, I believe it's called feralism.
Feralism, yes. Feralism similitude. But Yuri was mortally wounded during the Battle of Vault 86, and he died on the way back to Longmount. His passing brought friends and mourners from across the wasteland to the small settlement in the Colorado foothills, including Merrill, a synth bounty hunter and former companion of John, Grant, and Mr. Microwave during your adventures in Kansas. But that was over 4 years ago now, and we find ourselves, at this moment, back in Boulder City. Like most places in the wasteland, it's a bit of a lawless place. And the roving gangs of pickpockets have gotten worse over the years with no sheriff in town. The hustle and bustle of the streets matches with the clinking, clacking, old jingle jangle of
That old jingle
of spurs on wooden floorboards. Because Merrill is on the streets of Boulder City today. Merrill, tell us what you look like.
Yeah. Merrill is Gen 2 synth. So he is clearly a synth. Everyone knows that he's a synth. He's got the yellow eyes, latex skin that's been patched up over the years, repatched. He's wearing a long leather duster that he has, worn since his days in Kansas. And underneath it, he's clearly carrying a weapon or two. But has dressed otherwise in, fairly human clothing. He's got a leather arm, leather leg, but a sort of just denim shirt, denim pants, and some cowboy boots on. And he's tied up his trusty Appaloosa that he brought from Kansas up in front of the saloon. And he's going about his business. He's also obviously wearing a cowboy hat that he's brought. Yeah, he kind of keeps it low. He doesn't want to make sure that people know right off the hop that he's a synth. But he's also taken, because he doesn't technically breathe, he's taken on the affect of letting a cigarello sort of burn in his mouth as he wanders about town.
Interesting.
So as he wanders about, he kind of keeps his head down low and moves about, but it's kind of that classic Western, brown hat has blown into town sort of look.
I like it a lot. Yeah, you make your way.
Doesn't wear spurs, though. I want to make this explicitly clear. He does not wear spurs. That Appaloosa's hide is pristine.
All right.
That is
there you go.
Purebred Kansas fucking horse, baby.
Your jingle jangle just comes from your natural metallic.
From your jangliness.
Your natural jangliness being a man made of metal.
Hey,
Does
Overseer.
Merrill smoke Captain Blacks?
Yeah. He absolutely smokes
like.
Yeah, pretty much like those sunshine sarsaparilla or whatever they're fucking. What's his face smokes?
The Sunsets, the long cigarettes.
Yeah. Hey, Overseer.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what happens when a synth bounty hunter visits a whorehouse?
I don't know. What happens when a synth bounty hunter visits a whorehouse, Justin?
He nuts and bolts.
That's very good. That's very good. That was very good. I'm impressed by that because that feels like an original, and I don't want to if it's not amazing.
For fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake. You tie up the Appaloosa. Does the Appaloosa have a name? Does the horse have a name?
Oh,
or is
man.
Or is it just horse?
I have been through the desert.
Hey, chat, you want to come up with a name for his horse?
Oh, no. They're going to come up with something stupid. No. You know what? For right now, since I just been through the desert, she's going to keep her name secret for now.
Horse with no name. I love it.
Horse with no name.
I'm into it. You tie off the horse with no name, the horse formerly known as Horse. And some folks, who catch an eye of you gawk at your robotic nature, while others, sort of cast their eyes down. The Institute, as it were, isn't so much a thing out here. You're far, far, far away from where you originated. So people know you more than they know, the oogie boogie spooky Institute. But most avoid their eyes as to not gain any unwanted attention from who's been come to known as the Tin Man.
Badass.
You see, of course, I had to give you your little Kansas.
Of course, I loved it. The Tin Man.
Had to bring it back. But you make your way through these streets and sort of through the main central bazaar, and life continues on, and people eke out what meager living they can in little storefronts, including the one you find yourself in front of now. But before you enter, we flash back, Merrill. It's 2 weeks ago. We moved from the seedy, dirty streets of Boulder City to a crisp, bright and clear summer day at the People of the Land's traveling city known as the Hub.
Cool.
Meryl, you've just collected the pay from your last bounty, brought you to Kansas for one reason or another. But how have the last 4 years been spent for a robotic bounty hunter?
Yeah, I think I've been moving back and forth, doing odd jobs for the People of the Land, for those in Longmount, sort of Boulder City, and everywhere in between, like swinging up and seeing the kids at New Pueblo, seeing if they're getting into any troubles or anything like that, and kind of just doing odd jobs here and there. I think the trail for the people that I came looking for into the West a long, long time ago has gone cold for like many, many years. So I'm kind of just keeping on, trying to keep the oil moving and making caps where I can and helping out a little bit, taking bad guys down and kind of just wandering around the West.
Doing some kung fu. The legend continues.
Exactly.
Across the wasteland, spreading some good words. Are you spending like a lot of time in any settlements at any one time?
No, I fucking blow in and out like the wind. It's
Nice.
it's.
Would
I
you say
come
you nut
in.
and bolt?
I nut and bolt.
Would you say that?
I blow in, see if anything's doing, and if not, then I keep on moving until I find a job and do the job, collect, move on.
I like it. Just a real wanderer of the earth. Whatever quest it was that brought you to the People of the Land this time around, with some caps in hand, making your way through the town. You see, the kids playing and the tents being packed up for another move because they're on the move now too. And suddenly you get a twinge and something in your head as your internal sensors start going haywire, and you get radio static coming through for what feels like a good like minute or two, until it sort of squelches down and you hear a voice cut through the static say, "Hello, Mr. Merrill, is that you?"
Who is talking? Identify yourself.
I didn't know this was going to work. It's taken days for us to get through. I'm sorry to call you like this, but you said if we ever needed help, and we're in a bad spot, and I didn't know who else to call.
How are you contacting me?
Sorry, I should have started with that. My name's Hondat. I don't know if you remember me, but...
Yes, the boy from the caravan company. Yes, indeed.
Yes, that's right. Well, it's a bit of a long story, and we don't have much. I don't have much time. We only have a couple minutes of juice here. But long story short, someone's taken the transmitter. The Longmount radio. It's kaput. I had to hike all the way to Beacon 1 just to even make this call. No transmitter means no caravan, and no caravan means no Longmount.
I understand. Why have you not contacted either Grant or Rifleman or what was the other man's name? Jonathan, Johnny.
Yeah, you cut right to it, because that's kind of what I need. Is we don't know. We kind of lost track of both of them over the years, and well, I need you to find them and bring them back to Longmount. They're the only ones who'll know what to do.
And what's in this for me?
Well, we got some caps left over after the attack, but we can
attack. What attack?
Oh, it's a bit of a long story, but they came and they starts to cut out. You can hear just sort of the from the and that took the generator power cores. Find John Cap and the Rifleman. We need them now more than ever. And the transmission dies out.
That was strange. And you say I'm all the way in Kansas when I get this.
All the way in Kansas when you get this call. What do you do?
I think I'm very quiet about it. I think I kind of give a nod. And I look around, and it doesn't look like anybody else had heard that. So I don't think I was broadcasting it.
No, it was very much something that was inside the containment of your own 2 ears and your latex shell.
Yeah, okay. I'll finish up my business and very quietly roll on over to my Appaloosa and saddle up and start making my way towards Colorado. I'm not in...
Making my way, Colorado.
Yeah, I'm not... I don't think he's in too much of a hurry, terribly. Merrill is very pragmatic and kind of got the sense that there's nothing guaranteed in it for him. But Boulder City's not that far in his quote unquote range. So he'll make his ass over there in a couple weeks and see what's worth checking out. You know what I mean?
Indeedy do. We fade back as we see Merrill riding through the hills. It's like a silhouette of him and his horse, and it the background keeps changing, but he stays in the same position. And takes a couple weeks.
Anyone get your coconuts out?
Which is where we find ourselves now, over the last little while back in Boulder City. But the trip there, following down some leads, maybe you took a job or two on the way and, asking around, hey, has anyone heard from the Rifleman? Anyone heard from John Cap? And your first clue was Boulder City when you heard that, oh yeah, I traded with somebody who kind of sounds like fit that description. Which brings you here today to a shop called... Hey Grant, what's your shop called?
Bullets and Beans.
Bullets and Beans!
Bullets and Beans.
Yeah. Bullets and Beans.
To a fairly nondescript shack among many of the nondescript shacks which have been repurposed into storefronts in the bazaar with a sign that reads, Bullets and Beans. You make your way inside, and there's a young woman, woman in her mid-20s, early 20s, I would say, working the cash register. She's.
I'm sorry. Do you mean the caps register?
The caps register. Thank you. Yes. Your olfactory receptors, or what count as a nose for your synth body, pick up, traces of oil, gunpowder, burnt ozone. And you can hear something grinding coming from the back room. There's a few shelves in here with some, some ammo, some spare parts, knickknacks, and paddywhacks. Give your dog a bone. Thank you. While on the walls have a few dozen firearms hanging from pegs with price tags on them. The woman at the counter, she's currently tinkering with some form of what looks like a barrel of some kind with all kinds of sort of holes and shit drilled in it, and she's got like a clamp and she's like filing something down. She doesn't look up for work when she says, God damn it, Carson, I told you this wouldn't be ready until hello there. Sorry, how can I help you? As you see her sort of steady herself up, and you can't help but notice her right arm dip sort of ominously low below the counter and stay there as she greets you. Well, what can I do you for there?
Yes, I'm looking for the man named Rifleman. Grant, I believe.
Oh, haven't heard that one in a while. Hey boss, we got someone out here wants... Hold on, he can't hear a damn thing. I'll be right back. She disappears into the back, and you hear the grinding sort of come to an abrupt stop as you hear
Little glass of fucking water on the counter is Jurassic Parking.
Is Jurassic Parking, exactement. Thank you for following along. As Grant Elliott Charles Kingsmith rounds the corner, wiping the sweat of a hard day's work from his brow. Grant, what has how have the last 4 years been to you? What does Grant look like when he comes around this corner? What does a Grant of the 4 years later future entail?
Well, had you asked Grant of the 1 year later, it might have been a different story, but Grant, 4 years from Yuri's passing, in this moment, what Merrill would see, I've got half of a power armor frame. Found one at some point, didn't need the top half, and so it's sort of like mid-torso down just to help me walk when I'm not stomping around in my full suit. Sort of a cut-down version.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I still have my face mask on. My eyes are dusty. Hair is getting pretty much all silver by this point. I've let the man bun down. Now I just have sort of my crazy silver hair. God, it's been a tough 4 years. The first year out there, I was taking out my grief, my rage on every creepy crawler, bandit, raider, legion, squad, great con, brigade that I could find. I was a maniac. Eventually, settled here.
What sort of pushed you in that was what sent you out into the wasteland on a mini killing spree?
I didn't really know how to process Yuri being gone, and I was scared for Longmount. I loved the place and the people there, and at first I just told myself I'm going to go on patrol.
Okay.
And the patrols just got longer and longer and longer and longer until I'd go for months at a time. And then people stopped expecting me to come back, although Carla did leave me a little room that I could crash in when I'd come back from my increasing escapades. What threw me over the edge was I got ambushed by great cons somewhere on the border of Kansas, and I killed 24 of them, but I was pretty beat up by the end. I thought I was ambushing them, but they eventually closed the distance, and I barely made it back to Longmount. And I thought, you know what, I'm probably going to bring some of this heat back here, so I need to just be gone. So I told all my enemies basically where they could find me, and that was go to hell. And I just wandered around for a couple years trying to keep the heat off Longmount. I checked in. I went to New Pueblo. I brought care packages. I would go out and loot and see what I could find, and I would just be carrying these sort of hobo sticks with a big tarp wrapped around all the goods that I accumulated, and I drop them off and save very little and then get back on the road. After about a year of that, I decided I would settle in Boulder. I found Specs from Longmount time, and she asked me if I could help her sort out some repairs, and so I showed her, and we got on well, and one thing led to another, and now we take orphans in. We teach them how to repair stuff. And anytime I have to go on a walkabout, anything I bring back, I put it up in the store and we sell it pretty cheap. We put caps aside for New Pueblo, keep them going, and I send some money back to Longmount every now and then. Anytime I hear Longmount's in trouble, I'm back in my power armor.
So is that the beans part of the Bullet and Beans, that you take kids in and feed them beans?
Yep. Well, no, they're the beans. They're my little beans.
Are the beans.
That's what
they are little beans.
Hey, beans.
Adorable little.
Hey, little beans.
It's like your little Cub Scout program that you got going on for the wayward children of Boulder City who are trying to escape the pickpocket gangs and want to get a new life.
I teach them how to fix stuff and keep them fed.
So you're still in your man bun era a little bit then, at least.
And I never put it up in a bun.
Yeah.
Now
David?
it's just this like crazy mess.
David Quantum Field? I'm thinking of like never mind. That might have been a too much of a erudite joke. David Copperfield, David Quantum Field. Yeah. Pickpockets. Hey, sir, can I have some more?
I missed the first part of it, so all I just heard you say was Quantum Field, and I was like,
Okay.
Sorry for just derailing this.
Nope.
Continue.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And so you ended up in Boulder, and which is where we find yourself now. You have yourself in front of you, Grant. A companion, let's say, who you haven't seen in quite some time. What do you do?
Because we would have met in
you fought
season 1 or something.
Season 2. You fought together. I think the Rad Tornado was probably the first encounter. I think.
Yeah.
Totally.
So you Grant, you would have known him. It's and he fought at the battle for the hub.
I put down the thing that I'm oiling, and I offer to give him a sort of handshake with the one shoulder lean
Son
in.
of a bitch.
You bucket of bolts.
When you go to do that, he just continues to stand with his hands in his pocket duster and says, "I'm here on business."
My facial expression becomes more serious. Yeah, of course. What's happening?
I received a broadcast from your man in Longmount, Hondat. He hacked into my transmission system and sent me a message. Apparently, Longmount has been under siege.
Wait here. Specs, you're going to run the shop for a little while. And I run back, and I'm going to get my shit. Power armor, half frame.
What does your shop look like? I want to know what the back.
Yeah, give us the rundown.
Yeah. What do you got cooking back here?
So this was a saloon. So there's sort of like the bar, but instead of beer and stuff, there's like an oil faucet. Because a bunch of robots come in, I help them out too. I've totally gotten over my hating robots era.
Oh.
I'm into my matcha era now. No,
actually, I love that. Lugnut is like back there doing some stuff, like hanging out. He's just chilling.
And there's piles of stuff. There's shelves. There's something on every shelf. There's like a stack of washers on top of this thing that's on top of that thing. There's like an old engine block that's like, and then there's a smaller engine block on top of that, and then like some magazines on top of that. It's just like absolute chaos.
Yeah.
But there's kind of an order to it. And in the very back of the shop, there's my polished, gleaming power armor suit that has been patched up and repaired over the last few years. On a rack above that is my absolutely amazing ported 50 cal. You heard that right. Hunting rifle that's on some pegs. I jump in my full suit of power armor and sling that 50 cal over my back and put my shiny new powerful receiver 44 bullnose revolver in my my waist holster, and I head back out to see Meryl. Say no more, Meryl. Lead the way.
Well, I feel I need to say more. I have come here not out of the kindness of my heart. I expect to see some action, and I will be compensated. I've asked around in this territory, and I don't trust any of the other Brahmin punchers to back me up. We'll also need to go get your man, John Cap, I believe. Do you know his whereabouts?
I've got a pretty good idea. I visit him every now and then.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's settled down, but he's reachable.
In this godforsaken territory, there seem to be no fighters left. And then he just turns around and walks out to his Appaloosa.
I take my revolver out and I give the revolving part of the revolver a spin.
Cylinder.
Thank you.
The doohickey that holds the bang bang.
The pew poop part.
Yeah.
Pew poop.
You give that a little.
Give it a little spin, flick it back in, and I'm ready to go.
Nice. You head. Oh geez. You head out and start making your way. I mean, it's a pretty solid. It's a pretty solid hike from where you go. But
obviously, like, you're walking. I can't fucking carry you on the Appaloosa, which I think I've decided her name will be Cheyenne.
Ooh,
I like Cheyenne. Her name's Cheyenne.
I like that too. That's a great name.
And like, I'm riding her, and yeah, you're gonna walk, and I don't know. I'll let the GM do the talking, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty walky. We're not gonna and they walked and they talked about walking. You guys, we want to get the band back together here, but you know, same scene that we saw with, you know, just Meryl's silhouette is now Meryl's silhouette along with Grant's. And Grant, I have to ask a question too.
Yeah.
Where's Duke?
Oh, Duke's in the store. Yeah, Duke's there.
Duke's there.
We've done a little sort of like a breeding party thing with.
I'm sorry.
This was discussed earlier,
yeah,
unfortunately.
I'm sorry. Did you say breeding party?
Breeding party. Yeah,
with the Legion dogs. Yes.
Yeah, with the Legion dogs. Yeah. So we're making. We got a little sort of like.
Dogs.
Yeah, Duke was away. He's getting. Can I say this because it's the correct term? Getting the bitches pregnant. Ayo. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm allowed.
Okay. So Duke is currently in Longmount then.
Duke is in Longmount now, yes.
Okay, on a breeding exchange.
On a breeding excursion.
Oh, this show is so weird. But I love it.
He's studying it up in Longmount.
He's studying it up.
In Longmount. Yep. You travel. It's a few days. Not too long. You got a guy in power armor who can run. In our universe, power cores don't run out, so you can kind of get the thing going along the Appaloosa.
Yep.
To make some decent time. It's summertime, so the road there isn't so bad. You're able to kind of take the straight shot north as you make your way to New Canaan. Sometime later, it's a sunny day. The birds are out. There's a breeze carrying sweet smell of summer in the air. John Cap, where are you and what are you doing on this picturesque summer day?
I am. I guess what does it matter what time of year it is? I'm like I would be harvesting crops. I'm
sure.
tending to land and doing whatever activity I would be
there,
doing.
There are springtime crops.
Is it springtime? Yeah. Am I sowing or am I reaping? I don't know which direction I'm doing it, but
you choose. It's the wasteland. Weather patterns don't matter anymore.
I got tools in the ground and I'm dragging dirt around, and that's what I'm doing.
You are tilling
I'm a dirt
fields.
man now.
He's a dirt farmer now.
I'm
a dirtman. John
Dirtman.
Dirtman.
A long line of dirtmen.
What have the last 4 years looked like for Johnny? And what does John look like now physically?
So John's got on like a plaid shirt and a pair of Levi's, or like he's got on working clothes. He's doing honest agricultural work. He settled down with Miss Maggie, had a couple of kids, Urian and Rifella. Those are the names I decided. Oh
God,
they just got a little homestead. They're doing some farmings. We like carrying on in Tater Tom's tradition, but maybe he's dead now, or he's the old
Sure.
guy that lives on a shack on a corner of our plot of land, and he lives with us.
Well, now you have to decide: is he dead or
No,
does
he's
he
alive.
live with
He's
you?
alive. The shack thing. The shack thing. It's the shack thing. It's the shack. Fuck off. It's the shack thing. So Tato Tom lives on my Tato
On
farm.
your Tato farm.
On my Tato farm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tato
Yeah.
John.
Tato John.
And every once in a while, Grant has visited us. He knows where we are. The front doors. He knows where we keep the spare key, kind of deal. You know, like
Yeah.
It's under that fake rock that's really light.
it's under the one rock that's not actually amongst any other rocks at all. It's kind of obvious what it is, but yes, it's that.
It's that. Yeah, you are out in the field doing your tilling work. As
Tilling in the name of?
tilling in the name of. Yes. You as you see from at the edge of your property, you're in in the back 40 or something, you see two figures, one on a horse, approaching your location. One of them is very familiar because, as mentioned, Rifleman has made some visits and would probably do so in his big suit. But the other is a little out of place. Seems familiar, but you can't quite place it from this distance. But as you sort of cross through, you see who you came to see. It is the Rifleman one and Merrill the other. What do you do?
I walk up to him. Gentlemen, what can I do you for?
I
Go
run
ahead.
up and take my helmet off and give him a hug without squishing him.
Oh,
Ow.
Good to see you, brother. I kind of just yell out like, "Kids, Uncle Grant is here."
I have some canned foods for them.
yeah. Your oldest, I'll say, is the boy who's about 4 years old, sort of toddling, waddling around. And from the farmhouse out comes Maggie with your younger Rifella, which is just
Little baby Rifella.
Little baby
Apple of my
Rifella.
eye.
yeah, who's about 2 years old. So just got her holding up there. And Maggie comes out. Well, we didn't know, we weren't expecting company. Rifleman, you only usually come around the holidays.
Well, I wish we had better news. John, you remember Merrill? Apparently,
I tip my cap, tip my cowboy hat.
there's been something going on back at Longmount. They've been under siege. Hondat sent out a distress call, and Merrill picked it up.
Yes. So that information will cost you 500 caps. It'll be 1,000 up front for me to help you, and 1,000 after the job is done, regardless of what it is.
All right, wait right there. John walks straight towards one of many abandoned-looking barn-like structures in his property, and goes in and closes the door, and then you just hear a loud series of noises, like something is being unearthed.
Ah,
Oh,
the past maybe.
Yeah. John walks out with a stack of 2,000 caps, all nicely packaged in, I don't know, paper or something.
Yeah.
He hands it over to you. Your fee, sir.
Yuri, nope, whoops,
That's
wrong guy.
That's gonna be hard to break.
Gonna be hard to break. Merrill looks impressed, and you can see the expression on his face change. He says, "This wasn't what was agreed. It'd be 1,000 up front and 1,000 when the job is done. You have now handed me everything."
I guess you better do a good job there.
Yeah, don't let us die out there, I guess.
He nods at both of you and kind of a little bit of a, all right, okay.
Game recognized game.
Well, no, because I think he's been used to, for the last 4 or 5, and even before that, many years dealing with fucking punks and shortchangers and deal breakers and stuff. So like I just walk in it. I walk over and put that stash of caps right in my saddlebags, and I go, "All right, now listen. Here's what I understand." And I explained to them the transmission that I got, who sent it, what they said. The generator's been stolen, fusion cores, like the whole shebang.
Fusion core stolen, transmitter's been fucking ganked. Someone came and ate your fucking lunch.
I was gonna hold back on some of that information, but since I got fucking $2,000 of caps up front, I was like, all right, yeah, let's go fucking murder some idiots.
Team ups on, man.
Team ups on. What's your fucking name? John. You went into your garage and fucking come back out fucking fully kitted in your old fucking gear, fucking strapped on and shit, and like you got
hastily
he's got a strap on? Jesus.
Yeah, all good to go. And he's ready to rock. Maggie, at earlier when Grant, you said it was under better circumstances, she kind of went, what the kids' names again?
Oh, Urian and Rifleman.
Urian, that's the one I couldn't remember. Urian, you run along and you look after little Raffaella for a minute here. And so she's kind of been just like standing on the stoop, sort of just like.
Oh yeah, I should probably go ask my wife if it's okay that I go be mercenary. So listen.
Hey, I'm sorry, you gotta go kill some dudes.
I really need to go make sure that they're okay out there because I owe those people everything, and they are very, very important to me, as important as you are.
I know better than to try to talk you out of this. This is helping someone in need. It's what you do. And hell, if it wasn't for you and your do-gooder spirit, we probably wouldn't even have these two kids at all. New Canaan might still be dealing with that phage. But it's not just you and me anymore, Valti. I can ask you to stay, but I need you to know one thing. I swear on my good book, if you die, I'm going to come back and find you and kill you myself.
Honestly, I'm terrified more of what you will do to me than going out and taking care of business. So thank you for that.
She plants a fucking big one on you. You give her
big ones.
You get big ones, getting big ones. You get the dip, and start to head down the stoops of your stairs with the kids looking from the window. You're probably gonna want these. As she reaches into the door and grabs a set of car keys and throws them your way with we'll say at some point in the last 4 years you got a custom keychain made. Maybe the Rifleman made it at his machine shop that just says Highwayman.
Oh, it doesn't say Proton Wagon?
It does not. It doesn't say Pussy Wagon. No.
I said Proton Wagon.
That's exactly the fucking keychain I was going for, though, as you round the corner to your house, and in the back lot, sitting chained up, ready to go as always, is your trusty Highwayman.
Wait, is it like under like a tarp
it's
and
under,
I gotta do the whole tarp, gotta do the whole tarp thing? Yeah.
It's a tarp reveal, and she's fucking mint just as you left her the last time you go. You hop in, Rifleman. I don't know if you're gonna walk or if you're gonna ride inside, but you saddle on to the or maybe you're sitting back on your on the trunk like you used to back.
I'll sit in the trunk like back in the day.
Back in the day, as you kick off into the evening sun on your way down to Longmount with Maggie looking on the porch. She just says, "You better come back to me." as we'll take our halftime break there. Stay tuned.
Amazing.
We will be back as the gang are headed back to Longmount to find out what in the hell is happening out here in the wasteland. Stay tuned, folks. We will be back in, let's say, we'll be back in just a couple minutes after 10 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock, whatever the hell time I live in, Mountain time. So we'll see you in about 10 minutes or so. Go grab yourself a drink. I'm going to refill my tea, and we will see y'all shortly. Stay tuned. Bye.
Bye.
Chew that fucking granola, you motherfucker.
Or we return to the wasteland. We're back. We are back. With a mouthful of granola, we have returned. It is the second half of episode 22, season 3, Fistful of Neutrons. Welcome back. The gang in our previous half had reunited after some time apart in the 4 years later time frame. Meryl got a distress call after being left the emergency frequency code many, many years ago to the Longmounters with a message to find Grant and John and bring them back to Longmount because something has gone terribly awry. We fast forward about a day, I would say, maybe less than that. It's probably about a 12-ish hour drive. I should have Google mapped it, but I didn't. From Salt Lake, but to where the hell are you going? Longmount. And it's a pretty good drive. It's as you make your way. And as you're sort of approaching sort of the lower foothills, you guys are having a bit of a confab. What's the trip been like? Knowing that not knowing what's on the other end of this trip, just knowing that Longmount is in need of help.
Nervous, anxious driving, like not a lot of joyful. We're not playing I Spy,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scanning. I'm basically like sort of kneeling in the trunk, scanning around with the rifle, trying to see any danger signs. Not saying too much. A little worried about my friends back in Longmount.
Yeah, I think Meryl disappears for stretches at a time on the horse into the wilderness, up onto hills to scout and to come back and like report. I don't expect Johnny's like blazing, or John, my apologies, John.
How dare you?
Is blazing there. I believe it's about a 700 kilometer, 400 and some odd mile trip. So it'll take us a while on the broken roads, but like, true. John, are we going fast or are we going slow? This is kind of your road.
We're not abusing the highwayman. Like it is a gentle ride that demands to be handled with care and precision.
Premium, dude.
Premium, exactly.
Yeah.
It's clean. It's so clean. I cannot stress how clean this car is.
After like that 4 years, and I'm not to backseat GM, did you like take this shit and like learn it inside out? Is that your thing?
Here's the thing, is like, not to pull back the curtain, but it's like I could pull some moves with this thing, but I'm actively not doing that. I took this thing down to the old abandoned parking lot and whipping donuts and all that nonsense, e-brake turns.
After 4 years.
I know this thing upside down, inside and out, but I'm 10 and 2 and I'm driving a reasonable, safe speed, staying on, in the middle of the road, all that.
Yeah,
but I don't have to be, but I am.
Yeah. You can't save anybody if you die on the way.
I think, in the slower times, as we're just doing like 30 idling by, Meryl explains to the crew like who he is and what's going on. Like he explains, I am a bounty hunter, pure and simple. I am good in close range with this weapon. And he pulls out his laser pistol, his incredibly modded laser pistol. And he says, I'm also very good with explosives and in hand-to-hand combat. Do not expect anything more than that from me. With a rifle, I am decent. However, I am much more up close and personal.
Okay.
Thanks for filling us in your combat capabilities.
Well, I'm not going to walk into some fucking jackpot and you be like, hey, get up there and fucking fire. I was like, no, I'm good with these things.
He's a very one-track robot.
In the spirit of that conversation, I kind of run down my deal. It's like, I'm more medium range. I prefer a combat rifle, but if I'm close, I'll use the power fist. So I guess I'm your medium range guy.
And I wonder what the rifleman's good at.
Well,
I
now-
don't know. Anyone's guess.
Now, I probably crochet is my primary one.
Fair?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
actually now
needlepoint.
canon that you've
Yeah.
said it. You've taken up crochet, and I
I
want to
actually
see.
have. I have been taking up crochet.
I think
Yeah, it's
it's-
actually quite relaxing.
I think you've
I'm
mentioned
looking
this
forward to
in other
seeing some
episodes.
pieces that you have crocheted very soon.
Yeah, yeah. I made a crochet ghillie suit for my power armor.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of like a tea doily, but it, like,
Yeah.
over a teapot, but for your power armor helmet.
For my
And
whole
it's
head.
camo. It's camo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's good at fucking tracking, like hunting, killing, explosives. That's his jam.
So I think like
runs
the
on-
the three of us have absolutely no idea what we're doing in a firefight is basically what I hear, and so I actually kind of feel bad for whoever is sieging Longmount right now because they're going to get shot repeatedly from several different angles.
from several different angles. You make your way through, and it's not too much longer before the terrain becomes very familiar, and you're getting hit with sort of different memories of coming down this road from one adventure to another, as the salt flats give way to the Rockies, give way to the foothills, and you're not too long before you're making those switchbacks down the rocky ridges towards your town of Longmount. Along the way, you did pass by Steamboat Springs, the site of well, I guess you could call it a massacre if you wanted to, of the White Legs. Some of their frozen
That's a fair thing to
bodies.
call it.
Yep. So you're tracking back through all of these different journeys and all of these different quests and things that you had, and it's a bit of a trip down memory lane, literally. As you come to as you take the turn that feels like home, you see the sign for Longmount off in the distance, but your heart jumps a bit, John, when it gets into view, because it's been vandalized, scrawled across, graffito tagged, if you will, in red paint in words that read, Ad Victoriam.
Oh, fuck that.
Damn it.
You round the last corner and you see the town into view of this new Longmount. The guard posts almost completely gone now. What looks to be sort of smoldering ruins that they're trying to patch back up with construction crews actively at this moment, sort of working on it. The gate itself is intact, but the many defensive turrets, which you guys all dragged back from that military outpost way back when, are all now fucking just like riddled with bullet holes, depowered, and more or less scrapped. You hear the echo of an air raid siren from inside the gates as people, get a look at you coming up the road. The walls of the town are start stacking up to take a look. And as you sort of get within sort of visual ocular pat down range, you can see that these are Longmounters. These are, familiar faces that you know. NPCs who we've never taken the time to name, but you see sort of immediately, and they're cheering, clapping, as the gate swings open, as it's been thrust open, as you see charging towards you with his arms waving you in is Dorman Guns.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as soon as he sees that door open, Merrill goes, kicks Cheyenne, yeah, and is getting the fuck inside and has left the boys behind.
Cha-cha. Yeah, you guys punch it into Longmount, and
May I quick?
you may, of course, please.
Can we retcon and say that I have like a little radio or a handheld radio that I give to John? Is that a thing you'd let us have? Little walkie-talkies, something?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Not at this exact moment.
Okay.
I could at some point, perhaps, but not in this exact moment because I'm not sure where you're going with this.
Before we go into the town, I would like John to stop and let me out, and I'm gonna start patrolling the outside of the town, so that everyone inside the town can just take a breath.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. That's easy enough.
I'm gonna do that.
You wouldn't need a radio to do that. You could just kind of yell to John
Yeah, I won't be far away.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna keep like 100-meter perimeter around the town.
Yeah, you jump off. You're in power armor. Your servos can take it.
Yeah.
As John fucking throttles it into.
Let's roll.
Now I could really pin it.
Can I roll some dice on this?
On what?
As is Guns armed while he's waving us in?
No. He's just like, he just opens the gate and is just like, come on in.
I'm still going to hear in there,
Yeah.
but I want to...
But it's a cautious yeah.
No, it's not. No. It's a complete opposite. I'm running in hardcore. I want to go past him as deep into the town center as I possibly can.
Sure. Hey, you remember how your last character died?
Yeah.
Just kidding. This is completely fine.
Anyways, I'm gonna go rushing in first.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it because you're getting too PVE here. It's everything's cool. They are welcoming you in and rushing you in. There are guards on the door. But, I mean, Guns has Excalibur sure on his hand, but like he didn't open the door being like.
No. I was looking if he was disarmed. If he's not like if
he's got both his hands.
Okay.
St. Louis and Titus on the
St.
other
Louis
hand
has been literally disarmed.
Yes, as
both of them have.
Through a crowd has gathered around you now with people like, yeah, they're here, they made it, like yes, yeah. As through the crowd parts with 6 arms between the 3 of them is MacArthur, Titus, and St. Louis.
You bastard.
Yeah, it's quick math. All looking a little bit more older and gray than they were before. They're they approach you with like they are armed despite having everyone's strapped. It's a fucking wasteland. Everyone's got a knife. But they come up and say, "Oh God, John, it's good to see you." St. Louis says as he comes and he extends his one hand to give you a shake. We didn't know if that message was gonna get through to Merrill or if you guys were anywhere nearby, but it's been a minute. We should probably get back to the caravan office. There's a lot we got to catch up on. You see the town is in pretty dire straits. There's less people here than when you last left for sure. There's the aftermath of some time ago now. It's been a couple weeks, as mentioned, of whatever battle that happened here. They've are in the process of beefing up their security from. They bring you into the office, which has been sort of transformed into a bit of a battle bunker now of sorts. There's a fucking map with fucking knives on the wall. Classic wall knife map. You knew what I was doing. High five and a million angels. And you see Hondat is busily ordering people around. It runs up to you. Oh God, you made it. John, Rifleman, I'm sorry to bring you back like this, but we didn't have anyone else to turn to, and well, old habits die hard, I guess, and we need help. You're the one I'm returned to.
What the fuck is happening here?
Well, it's the craziest thing that I wouldn't even believe it myself if it didn't happen to us, but they ambushed us. They came in the middle of the night. We heard them before they saw them. It was like the heavens just opened up with wind all around, and then the shooting started, and they just caught us completely unawares. They took out the turrets first. Fucking miniguns going off everywhere. Next thing we knew, these armored giants dropping from the sky. The two fucking helicopters, they just kept circling, and they just kept firing. They were just gunning people down in the streets, John. I've never seen anything like it. They knew. Oh, yeah.
Meryl kind of clops up on Cheyenne and says, "You said that they were taking things. They took fusion cores and the generator."
Anything that wasn't nailed down that had a circuit in it, they picked it up. They definitely knew exactly what they were after, though. They hit the radio first, and they hit it hard. Bert, we're still hoping Bert will make it, but you see that there's a bit of an infirmary. He points up. He's not doing so good. But they yanked out the transmitter and all those upgrades we made. Damn near broke the generator, ripping the fusion core out. And without the radio signal gone, a lot of people just up and left. Those that were lucky enough to be inside when they hit. But that's one thing. And I mean, no radios, no Longmount, no town. But the real thing of it is that, God damn it, they took the kids, John.
I says, "Pardon?"
Excuse me. They took
the kids, New Pueblo. Almost all of them.
Oh, they are. Nope. No. Fuck that. Nope. Nope.
For everyone at home, Raj is a dad in real life.
Nope. We don't like that.
That's a nope.
John just like stands up and he's like pacing and he's got his guns and it's like, Grant, what do I do? Grant, what do I do?
As he's having this little panic attack, Meryl's going to get off his horse and walk to the places that the things were ripped out of. But you do your thing first. Meryl gets off and immediately walks over.
Do some ocular pat downs.
John's having an anxiety attack.
For sure. Almost all of them who could walk, anyone in their sort of teenage years, they just took them all. After they hit us, they hit them, and that ain't the damnedest thing about it. Points over to what used to be Chunce's pen.
Not Chunce.
Chunce is still around.
No.
You haven't seen a Nola, but there are other Brahmin kicking around in here at the moment. Points over to what used to be Chunce's pen, which has now been turned into a makeshift prison with some bars sort of quickly welded across and with a quick gate. And with his hands behind his back, in the corner, sitting tied up, with Duke at the gates, looking at him, growling,
Duke.
is Cody, the young boy from New Pueblo, who was going to be the sacrifice to the beast all those years ago. As we swatch over to Meryl, you're walking through town. You're getting the sense of the place as you head your way towards Bert's old shack, which was also the radio room, which was also connected to the generator. What you know, it's as beat up, if not more beat up, than most of the buildings. As you enter, there's laser burns all over the place and bullet holes. As you enter, you see the radio transmitter, which has been pretty well fucked. Has some parts that have just been ripped right out of it, and the generator next to it is missing one fusion core. They've got a couple generators in here, running, keeping what little lights in town sort of rolling brown out sort of situation. Only the most essentials are being powered, like the water filter and the few turrets that they've been able to repair since the attack. What do you do?
Well, he's a tracker, so he's gonna start doing. He's gonna do some tracking shit, but first he's gonna look around. Is anyone looking at him?
No, not at the moment. There's I would say you're able to, sort of be in here undisturbed, unperturbed even.
So Merrill takes his cowboy hat off, and you see that the entire back of his head is blown away.
Ooh, cool. I like that.
And he feigns like a deep breath, whatever that means for robots. He and he
Readies himself.
wipes his brow. You can tell that something's going on with him. It's not robotic, but he's feeling something. He puts that cowboy hat back on and covers the back of his head, and he crouches down. And he's going to do some survival-ass skills. He wants to do some tracking. Why did they take this? Well, I guess we know why they took it. How did they do it? Are there any You can't just rip a fucking radio tower out. Like, I want to learn what I can out of this. But he's also not that great at science.
Sure.
He's intelligent, but has
other
survival skills.
Yeah. You're looking at this as from a more of a tactical type scenario.
Why'd they hit here first,
rather than like what exactly the parts that they took, kind of thing. Like
yeah.
Why they did what they did, not so much what they did. That makes sense. I dig it for sure. Let's do a roll. I like that. Let's do an intelligence survival as you're doing an ocular pat down of the situation, trying to figure out what you can about the radio and this little attack in here.
Difficulty what?
Make it a difficulty 2, 3.
Oh, that's just a 2.
That's just 2, but you do have you have 3 action points. I will.
Yeah, I'll take another one.
I'll give you one more dice to roll on that. We each have 3 action points if you'd like.
My target is 13. So 13 or under.
Ooh, hey!
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is survival a tag skill?
Survival is a tag skill.
Well, then look at that. It all evens out. Back to the front. You're all good to go. Yeah, you get a look at what sort of happens here. You see, there's the sort of a blood stain from what you can surmise is probably where they attacked Bert. You were able to take a look at this sort of situation, and by looking at...
How about this? I'll ask you questions as the GM.
Okay, sure.
What would they possibly want from a junkyard station radio tower? Why would they want to steal it?
Okay, fair. You through your investigation there, you take a look and you notice that the parts, sort of the areas where the parts are missing, were aftermarket. They're like not the parts of the radio that like itself, like the actual inner workings of the radio itself, like the thing that makes it a radio is still intact. It's just they've like it, with the right repairs, it could turn on again.
Would you say that the parts that were stolen were advanced technology?
I was about to say exactly that. The parts that were taken, you can tell, and even just from what you heard inside, was that the
and it's at ad Victorium on the front gate.
The Vertibird, black box that was installed into the fucking radio many moons ago, is gone, as are the sort of jury-rigged parts that you found on the road that one time. The mysterious bag of money that helped you boost the radio's range as well. Everything you've done aftermarket to the radio, particularly that Vertibird transponder, is
Are there any like there's laser scorches around, right?
For sure, yeah. Laser scorches, yep.
Are there plasma scorches?
No.
Okay.
No, there aren't, as far as you can tell.
Okay. I'll just take this all in.
Sure. I'll give you one other piece of info with your tag skill success there with that. With just the tracking of like looking at the footprints, like the little literal tracks. You see that they are big ass fucking as far as you can tell, T51 footprints. You've seen enough power armor in the last 200 years to know an old school versus a new school design. T51 footprints, and it seems that like there was in the scuffle, you could tell that when they got Bert, they moved him around, including to the radio, before moving him over to like the wall where they shot him. So with that information, it appears that they may have forced Bert.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah, I was literally gonna ask. They fucking forced him to give it up.
Duress.
Under duress. Yes.
You can tell from the footprints that like he scuffled and tried to fight with them, but there's only so much fighting several suits of T51.
Is there blood on the ground?
There is some blood, indeed.
How much?
A Bert's worth.
Who?
but not enough for a man to bleed out from.
No, a critical wound, but one that was not imminently fatal.
So Merrill, I almost said Yuri again. Merrill is forming a hypothesis, and I'm going to give this to you now.
Do with what you will.
Obviously, we believe that the Brotherhood, or a faction of the Brotherhood, has landed here. They forced Bert to disconnect all the vital parts to make them usable again, rip them out, and then took him because he is a technician. And I don't see enough.
Bert's here.
I thought Bert was gone. My apologies. My apologies.
He is shot and has been in coma since.
Never mind.
But the rest of that was pretty fucking good.
Good job.
Okay,
man.
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm done.
You hit RB button and turn your detective mode off.
Detective mode was on.
It was on, big day. Listen, we be on the detective mode, son. Okay.
Overseer.
Yes. Flashback to Grant and John.
I'm still outside town.
Yes.
Am I seeing any footprints, shell casings?
Shell casings aplenty.
What kind? What size?
50 millimeter minigun rounds.
5 millimeter?
Yes.
50.
Sorry.
Or
That's
five.
Oh my God!
5.
50 millimeter, fucking 2-inch.
Sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a.
So minigun rounds. Okay.
Yeah.
Any other obvious signs out here?
There's some spent energy cells, that similar to how you're finding shell casings. No footprints on the outside. It appears that this was an aerial assault.
Okay.
What happened to the aerial pepper?
I'm going to do a visual scan. If I
Sure.
see nothing on the horizon, I'm going to head back inside the town.
It all looks to be whatever happened in a flash, and it seems that they've just been on guard since it happened.
Okay.
John, back to you, and Grant. I'll say you make your way, or get.
I make my way.
Get
Making
directed.
my way downtown.
Making my way downtown. It's like the other unofficial motto of this
Yeah.
podcast. Make your way to the fucking thing, the same room where John, you have been told that, fucking, I'll be damned if, well, at least from what we know from the survivors down in New Pueblo, old Cody here, he done opened the gate and let him right in.
Why would he have done that?
It's a great question. We've been trying to get it out of him, believe you me, MacArthur says. MacArthur doesn't have that accent. We've been trying to get it out of him. There he is. I reckon. But you see young Cody in chains, and you can see that he's got, a pretty good shiner. His turncoat here says that he seems to have had advanced knowledge of whatever it was that they were planning. Either that or he happens to be the luckiest son of a bitch in the wasteland, getting spared from being kidnapped twice.
They should probably have a chat with him.
That's the thing. He says he wouldn't talk to anybody but the two of you. So,
well, the two of us are here.
If you want to have a crack at him, he's all yours.
I'd love to. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go chat with him somewhere private.
Well, they power march and like do their thing. You see Merrill get like a bucket of water, a rag, a car battery. Like he's collecting stuff. He's collecting stuff.
He's collecting things.
Pair of pliers.
Just
a blowtorch from Honda.
Whatever you might need. Yeah. Yes. In fact, Honda clears everyone other than the folks working in the infirmary upstairs out of the office, because the only thing Cody says is it's just got to be them, only them. So he's like, fine, clears everybody out.
I've got a soft spot in my heart for kids and not doing torture and enhanced interrogation on children or young folks. So I think
then
I'll suggest that Merrill waits outside for the time being.
Merrill hopes you get all the information you need out of him.
Yeah. No, you guys, you were there ominously, and Cody even just looks up and says, "You're not going to need any of that, sir. I promise. I'll tell you everything I know. It's just that I really didn't mean for any of this to happen, and well, they said they knew you. That was the thing, and I didn't know any of that. I was out.
Slow down, son. Slow down. Start at the beginning.
I was out on a patrol, and that's when I first saw them. I was just maybe I was just sneaking out to rummage through Dogtown, looking for some Nuka-Cola, but they were just so cool, and they had the shiny laser weapons, and they didn't seem hostile at first. They just wanted to know a little bit about the area and Longmount, and I figured they were traders or something cool. I mean, never seen anything like that before.
Insignia, uniforms, power armor.
Yeah, yes, sir. They all had that. They all had that armor on, and they just said that they were looking for the town that did the trading around here, and that they were on some kind of sacred quest, and that I could help them if I helped them find Longmount. And I just figured I was doing a good deed. And
sacred quest?
Well, that was kind of what got me. It kind of reminded me about what Yuri used to say about the candle and the light. And well, I figured that maybe they were part of whatever he was part of, back in the day. And
did they say anything else about sacred light or quests or anything else that they were after? Did they tell you why they were here other than trading?
Well, just that they needed something from the radio to find their quest, and I figured we got the most powerful radio around. We could help them find whatever they needed, and well, then they took me on their helicopter, and I thought it was the coolest thing I ever seen, but then they made me watch everything that happened, and they made me open the gate, and when they loaded up all the kids on the helicopter thing, I figured I might as well go with them because, well, no one would want me around here anymore. But
well, son, you're going to have several forms of what they now called PTSD and or severe psycho-emotional trauma. You're still welcome in Longmount. I'll see to it that nobody here misunderstands your intentions. But anything else that you can help us,
you just a boy,
understand where these people came from, where they were headed, what they were looking for. I would like to put several rounds of my rifle here, and I'll pat my 50 cal through many of their temples. can you help us understand a little more about what these people were trying to accomplish?
Where did they come from?
Where did they go? Where did they come from?
Brotherhood of Steel Joe.
I'm sorry I couldn't help myself.
No, none of us could. You know what we're all about. Well, there was their sort of boss, and I mean he didn't say much, but well, when I wanted to come with him, he just said that they didn't have room for traitors and kicked me out. But that was his mistake, because I heard him. I heard what he said. He said, "We're gonna take him to the academy." I don't know what that is, but they said that that's where they were going.
I guess we got to figure out where the fuck the academy.
How long ago did all this happen? When did they leave?
Well, it was 2 weeks ago, I guess, more or less. And well, when they left New Pueblo, it was kind of strange, because well, when they took off, they headed straight for the radiation pits. They headed straight for Uranium Springs. And that's where we're going to leave it for today's adventure. The kids have been kidnapped. What's going on?
Kids have been napped.
The kids have been napped. It's the most literal time that has ever happened. 4 years later, things are getting crazy. The gents got to go find the kids and save the town. We will be back in 2 weeks as I look over to my calendar. What is that?
That's the 26th.
The 26th.
And after that, we might have to go on hiatus, because your boy here is moving across the country.
Yeah, Justin is moving from Ontario closer to the rest of us. He's moving to the province of British Columbia. It's the British of the Columbias. And it's going to be quite nice to have him a little closer to home. Maybe we'll be able to get him in on some battle reports and the like. But yeah, it's very exciting. We're going to figure out that timing. He's going to be moving next month, so we may have to have a wee little bit of a break. But yeah, we will burn that bridge when we come to it. But 2 weeks from now, we shall be back. Thank you all so much for
Love you.
Tuning in. RC Walker. Yes, it is a quest for the Holy Grail. Surprise Boulette, Dresden K, George Keith, everybody who I missed here in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. And we will be back to what is the final arc of Season 3 in 2 weeks' time. Stay tuned. We will be back. Bye-bye. Bye. How do I do this? There it is.